Hello, my name is Chris Flippo. I'm with Cindicate Productions, and our short is Phantom Marks, and it's going to be a part of the Tennessee Filmmaker Showcase. The Tennessee Filmmaker Showcase highlights films and filmmakers from around the area. It spotlights local talent and helps nurture them. About a man, he's recently experienced a great loss of a family member, and he retreats to his parents' cabin for about 2 months, and he finds that he can't really leave, and that staying in the cabin and isolating himself is easier than returning to the world and having to deal with the messiness of the grieving process. So he isolates himself and lives off the land and looks inward.
So it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was sitting at my desk just cutting some video, and the phone rang, and I want to say that I felt that something was off right then, but I answered the phone, and it was Mark, and he told me that he died.
It was an interesting shoot. We were up in the northeast section of Georgia. We were just isolated in the mountains. It was kind of art imitating life because we were so far out we couldn't get cell phone reception. We couldn't have any internet or anything like that. So I think communication was difficult. But we shot it over 3 days. It would probably take more effort to leave than would be just to stay and finish the film. So that's a good thing. I guess our crew, we had a pretty captive audience, and that was actually pretty helpful because there's not many other distractions. We were able to just lock ourselves in this cabin and concentrate on making a good film. So, one of my favorite parts from last year, from the 2014 CFF, was there's so many great films that played well in front of an audience. There's so many times when you're making a film, like whether it's editing or just watching a film, like it's a very isolated experience. And especially like now that we're always, we're watching Netflix by ourselves and stuff like that, I think film is getting maybe a little bit too solitary. And that's one of the good things that CFF kind of reminded me last year is like film's like a great community experience, and I think they've done a really good job of like curating films that play well in front of an audience and that play well when you're sitting with 100 other people and you can all laugh or be scared at the same moments. And it's that kind of shared experience I'm going to be chasing this year, and hopefully, and especially like with the lineup they have this year. I definitely think that's what they have. I'm really looking forward to It Follows. I think that's going to be a great, like I said, like a great shared experience. There's a couple of films. I'm a huge Don Hertzfeldt fan, so I think World of Tomorrow is going to be really cool. Spring, I've heard a lot of great things, and as always, the shorts I always feel are some of the best stuff. I love how varied the genres are, and you could walk in and with an hour you can get, so much comedy, drama, and see filmmakers, learn their craft and really develop their voices. I think that's always a really interesting part of CFF and something I'm looking forward to again this year. It's a huge deal to me to be able to come back for the second annual film festival. When I was growing up, I used to go down to the theater at the Bijou and dream of making my own films. And I can't describe how exciting it is for me to see Chattanooga's film community blow up like it has. Like it's something I've always wanted to see, and something I'm really glad that's coming true. And I'm actually more excited this year to be coming back than I was the first time, because I know the great experiences that were in front of me. Or last year I didn't know, but this year I know how awesome it's going to be, and I'm even more excited than I was last year. Planning on taking the film to other festivals. Chattanooga is actually the first one out of the gate, which we're ecstatic to say we were a part of it. I believe next we're heading to Milledgeville at the end of April, and then we have a couple more that are still in the process and are still in the development phase. But we have maybe about 7 or 8 other screenings planned for right now. Hopefully a little bit more. We'd definitely like to take the short and travel with it a little bit. Just definitely the southeastern region, because I think all of our shorts and films we've done so far are definitely, I wouldn't say catered to a southern crowd, but they definitely have like just southern roots, like just in their DNA. And I think southeastern film festivals are where we're aiming and where we're heading right now. I think really the sky's the limit with potential, because that's one of the exciting things about where we're at with film is it's not, filmmakers aren't waiting as much as they used to. They're not waiting for financing or waiting to get out there and make their own films. Right now we're just going out there and doing it, which is really exciting, which wasn't even really possible maybe 5 years ago. I mean, it was probably possible, but it was you'd probably have to sell your house to do it. But what's exciting about Chattanooga is you don't need the LA, New York connections. Like the southern film is blowing up, and we're definitely riding a huge wave right now. I know more films being shot here than I do in California, and I think it's just going to grow and get bigger, and it's very exciting time. So.